Hello there, yogis. I hope that you are having an amazing day. Today we have company, Dee, here to practice with us, and today practice will be about our toe stand. So it will be good if you have 2 blocks and your yoga mat. Whenever you're ready, meet me on a cross-leg seated position or Sukhasana easy pose. Whenever you arrive to your mat, make sure that you are crossing one leg in front of the other. If you notice that your knees are coming a lot not in line with your hips, you can invite them down and prone your knees down, flipping up the sole of your foot. You will take your hands over the knees and relax your shoulders away from the ears. Allow your eyes to close. And we'll just begin our practice inviting awareness. Noticing the space in which you are. Noticing the sensations in your body and the thoughts that will jump into your head. Without giving any judgment or criticism, just allow yourself to observe. See, how are you feeling in this present moment? Continue to lengthen your spine and relax your shoulders. We will connect with our breath. So together, let's take a deep inhalation, letting your belly rise, letting your heart expand. We will hold the breath at the top of your lungs for at least 3 seconds. And together, we take an open mouth exhale. We take just one more inhale, belly up, heart expanding. We hold that breath at the top. We take an open mouth exhale. Just allow your eyes to open. Taking a deep inhalation, flow the arms over the head and your palms will meet. And as you exhale, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra or Samastiti. We take another inhale and the arms will extend over your head. Let your palms touch. This time, as you exhale, your arms will come in line with your shoulders. Letting your palms face forward, take one inhale. As you exhale, press your palms back and start opening your shoulders here. Make sure that your spine is still straight. As you exhale, close up the hands in front of you, chin into your heart as you round your spine. We stay for one more inhale. One more exhalation as we round a little more. Keeping your hands together, take an inhale, lengthen your spine, arms overhead. And as we exhale, we will bend towards the right side. Keep your biceps on the ears and your spine as lengthened as possible. It is not about collapsing, but to opening the left side of your body. So notice yourself. Activate your core. And keep a steady and strong breath. Inhale, slowly rise up. We invite the arms in line with the shoulders, palms facing forward. Exhale, press your palms back, open your heart. Take an inhale where you are. Exhale, hands together in front of you, chin to chest and round the spinal line. We stay for one more inhale. For the exhalation, keeping your hands together, inhale, rise up. This time we bend to the left side. Take an exhale. Inhale, rise up to center. And as you exhale, we will take a forward fold here. So hands will press in front of you. And then taking little steps, you will start hinging from the hip, so that your heart can melt. There is always an option to place a block under your forehead if your forehead cannot release on the earth. Or simply looking down. Allow your seat bones to continue pressing. So maybe with the help of your hands, you will press those hips back. And when you are ready to go further, we melt the heart a little more. And we readjust the seat bones, pressing down those hands down. We stay for one more inhale. we deepen in the exhale. And slowly we take little steps back. Lengthening up the spine, we'll shift the legs. So the one that you have in front will come behind. And as you readjust, hands in front of you, your spine completely straight, and we take little steps forward. Wherever that your seat bones are still completely melted, maybe your head releasing on a block, and still a steady and strong breath. With your hands, you are helping those hips to press back and down. Stay for one more inhalation. One more exhale. We take little steps back. And as you plant your hands in front of you, we will rise into our tabletop. So that your hands are in line with your shoulders, fingers wide open, your knees separated, hip distance width apart, and we untuck those toes. We are on a neutral spine, so you are looking down in between your hands, and the crown of your head is pointing forward. You are tucking the tailbone in and hugging your belly back towards the spine. Take a deep breath in where you are. And we strengthen as we exhale. From your tabletop, go ahead and round your belly down, release your shoulders. Your gaze is moving up for your cow pose. Base of the spine is reaching up towards the sky. Try to activate completely the muscles of your abdomen. As we exhale, cat pose, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, cow, belly down, shoulders down, gaze up. Exhale, cat, round your spine, chin to chest. We will meet in our neutral tabletop. So you look down in between your hands, open your fingers wide. Tuck the tailbone in, hug the belly back towards the spine. We tuck the toes. As you inhale, extend your left leg back. You will release your toes down on the mat. Your right toes will come towards the edge of your mat. And as we inhale, we will twist to left, opening the left arm up towards the sky. From here, you will float your left leg up. And bending the knee, you will find your foot, either the inner or the outer arch. As you find your stability here, go ahead and kick back so you can open your heart up. And the gaze can always move up, challenging yourself, or continue to look forward. As we inhale, we release and re-extend. And as we exhale, only the hand will release down on the mat, chest down. Square the hip down, flex the foot. As you exhale, left knee, left elbow. As you touch the knee, you will either stay on the mat or float your right knee out of the mat. We stay for 2. And 1, release your right knee down. Extend your left leg back. And find your tabletop. Readjust to yourself. Tuck your toes in. Hug your belly back, pressing to the floor with your hands. Inhale, right leg back. And we release the right toes. Inviting the left toes towards the edge of your mat. Inhale, twist to right, open your right arm. We float the right leg out of the mat, and bending the knee, we will find the foot. We first find stability, and only when you're ready, using your exhalation, kick back with your legs so you can open your heart. Gaze can move up towards the sky or forward. Inhale, release and re-extend. As you exhale, only your right hand down on the mat. We square down the hip, we flex the foot. We take a deep inhale. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, and if you want, if you can, float your left knee out of the mat. Activate your core here. Inhale, release your knee down, extend your right leg back. And as you exhale, tabletop. Still tucking into those toes, find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We are floating the hips up towards the sky and we are pressing those rib cage into the thighs. Either you find a little of movement or complete stillness, and we will seek for the right alignment here. We are relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. We are floating those hips up, rib cage to thighs, and the heels as grounded as possible. Head is relaxing, neck is relaxing, and the shoulders away from the ears. If you are moving, take a moment to find stillness. And as you inhale, your left leg up towards the sky, three-leg dog. We will open the hip and we will bend the knee. Mind your heart will want to follow. And you can find big circles, maybe little circles. Those who want to feel more openness in your heart, you can release your right forearm down. Still deepening, releasing your right heel down on the mat. As we inhale, we re-extend the leg back, close the hip down. If you released your forearm, float it. And as you exhale, step it through in between your hands. Runner's lunge. Your left heel is under the left knee. And we will release right knee down and tucking the right toes. We will invite our left foot to move all the way towards the edge of the mat, and the hands will come inside. As you leave your right palm planted, left palm will move into your inner tight. We will take a deep inhale together. And as we exhale, we push the knee away from us, and we open up the heart. Guys can move over the left shoulder. Inner arch of the left foot can always lift so that you are allowed to open your knee a little more and move into the hip. We stay for one more inhale. And exhalation. And slowly, we start moving back to center. We frame the left foot with the hands. We tuck the right toes in, floating the right knee out of the mat. Go ahead and take a step back with your left foot. We will release the knees down, and very, very slowly we will bend the elbows so that we can release the chest down. Arms will extend in line with your shoulders by your sides like a big T. And once you create that, only your left hand will come in line with your left shoulder. Bending your left knee down, we will invite the foot to go towards the opposite side of the mat, so right. Keeping your left palm planted, you will help yourself to twist a little deeper and notice all the sensation in your right shoulder here. We stay for one more inhale. If you want, you will deepen in your exhalation. We slowly come to center, close the hip down, extend the leg back, and we shift. Extend your left arm by your left side, right palm underneath your right shoulder. Bending the right knee, we will open towards the right side. Inviting the foot maybe to touch the earth. We keep pressing into the right palm down. Notice all the sensation on your left shoulder. And we take one more inhalation here. We stay for the exhale. And slowly, we close the hip. We re-extend the knee. And left palm will come right beneath the shoulder. Tucking the toes, we will find our Adho Mukha, downward facing dog, floating those hips up towards the sky and pressing ribcage back to thighs. Invite the heels to ground. We take a deep inhalation and then exhale to deepen. Inhale your right leg back. We open the hip. We bend the knee. As we stack the hip open, your heart can follow. Gaze can move towards the right armpit this time. And if you want to feel more sensation, left forearm will release, deepening. Still inviting the left heel to stay grounded. We stay for one more inhale. We deepen in the exhalation. And as we inhale, we re-extend the leg, float the forearm, close the hip. Exhale, step it through in between your hands. We release, left knee down, and both of the hands will come inside of the right foot. Right foot will move all the way to right edge of your mat. And your right hand will come inner tight. We take a deep inhalation. And only as we exhale, we push the knee away, opening the heart, and the gaze will follow the shoulder. Try to release your pelvic floor as much as possible here. And you can always lift the inner arch of the right foot to open the knee a little wider. And slowly, we come to center. We invite the foot towards the center of the mat, frame it with your hands. Tuck your left toes, float the left knee up. And we step back, plank pose. We stay active here, just to adjust ourselves, opening the feet. Hip distance width apart. Take a deep inhale, press your heels forward, shoulder over the wrist. Exhale, Chaturanga. Bend the elbows halfway, squeeze them in, one straight line with your body. Inhale, upward dog, Urdhva Mukha, and we untuck the toes, pressing the top of the feet down. We relax the shoulders, legs, and glutes. Exhale, your downward facing dog. We take a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. As you inhale, bend your knees, look forward. As you exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat, feet together, big toes touching. We found our Utkatasana chair pose, sinking your hips, floating your hands over your head. We'll find the right alignment here, so make sure you are bringing your knees together, big toes are touching. As your knees are together, you want to squeeze them in. Bringing your hands together, hands to heart. We take a deep inhalation. We sink a little lower, tuck the tailbone in. As you exhale, twist to right, left elbow, right knee. We will find stability here. Then we will shift the weight of the body into the right foot so that your left knee will bend and you will float your left foot out of the mat. In control, we will take a big step back with your left foot and we will deepen here. Take time to settle. Then we'll open the arms wide. As we rise, we twist left side, hands in line with shoulders. As you inhale, Crescent Lunge, hands up, heart forward. And as you exhale, your Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Hands in line with the shoulders, fingers wide open. We tilt the left hip back, we bend the right knee and toes are straight forward. Left foot 45 degrees in. As we inhale, we extend the right knee up. As we exhale, we find our extended Trikonasana. You can always find a block and support yourself. And it's not about collapsing down. We keep reaching up, activating your core and obliques. As we exhale, bend the right knee, extended side angle. As we inhale, reverse your warrior, right hand up and facing back. Bend your right knee a little more, you can. Carry the hands down, frame your right foot with your hands. Inhale, three-leg dog. Float your right leg up. Either you find your plank pose or we flow with our Chaturanga Ekapada. We meet together, downward facing dog. If a Chaturanga is too much for you today, know that you can always skip it. As you come back to your downward facing dog, heels melting down, shoulders away from the ears, ribcage tight. Take a deep breath in deep breath out. We take a deep inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Bring knees together, feet together. Utkatasana, chair pose. Take your hips, flow the arms over the head. Tuck the tailbone in. Inhale, hands to heart center. We sink a little lower. We curl the tailbone in. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we twist to left, right elbow, left knee. Knees are squeezing together and we shift the weight of the body into the left foot. We bend the right knee, flow the right foot out of the mat, and very, very slowly, in control, step back, twisted crescent. Settle into your space, adjust yourself. As we exhale, we deepen. We open the arms wide, and very, very slowly, rise and twist. Your heart to left, arms in line with the shoulders. Inhale, Crescent Lunge, arms over the head. Exhale, Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana, arms in line with the shoulders. We find the alignment, left knee is pointing forward, toes pointing forward, back foot 45 degrees. Gaze into the future, fingers wide open. We inhale, extend your left knee up. And as we exhale, extend the Trikonasana. You can always use that block for support. And keep your obliques and your core very, very active. Take a deep inhale where you are. Exhale, extended side angle, Parsvakonasana, bend your left knee. Keep the core active. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, carve the hands down, hands to mat. Round your left foot. Inhale, three-leg dog. And either plank or your Ekapada, find your Vinyasana. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Deep breath in, right leg up, three leg down. Exhale, step it through between your hands, runner's lunge. As you find your stability, toes pointing forward, right heel floating out of the mat, we rise, Crescent Lunge, arms over the head. Seek for the right alignment, your hips are squaring forward, hands will come together, and hands to heart. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, begin to lean forward. Press your right heel as forward as possible. Shift the weight of your body into the left foot. Warrior 3, hands still into your heart, and we float the right leg up. Flex the foot. Maintain yourself as active as possible. Inhale, left knee into your heart. Keep hands to heart. Left heel into your right knee. And here you want to press your left knee back. Flex the left foot back. Very, very slowly, we will begin to sink into our figure 4. You can stay halfway or release your elbows to knee and foot. Another option is to release your hands on blocks. And here we go into our toe stand today. So very, very slowly, as you come into your left toe, sink your hips all the way down. Maintain your left foot flexed and the left knee pressing down. And there you stay with the hands on the mat, trying to breathe here, activating your core and trying to gaze on one point so you keep the balance. You can float one hand out of the mat, maybe 2 of them. You can play for a little bit, one at a time, or both hands. Very, very slowly, framing yourself with your blocks or your hands. Float your hips up, and we meet back into our figure 4, hands to heart. Keep your right knee bent, and very, very slowly rise. Left knee to heart, flex the foot. As we inhale, left foot back, rise up, Urdhva extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Melt your heart. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, spine straight. Float your heart halfway and your crown is pointing forward. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, melt yourself. And we jump or step back into our plank pose to flow. We will meet back in our downward facing dog. And together we take a deep inhale. And open mouth, exhale. Settle into your space. Inhale your left leg back in at this side. Exhale, step it through in between your hands, runner's lunge, heel under the knee alignment. Once you find your stability, slowly rise, crescent lunge, arms over the head. And as we exhale, hands to heart. As you take your deep inhale, lean forward so that you are shifting the weight over your body into your left foot. We slowly float the right leg back in a warrior three, hands to heart. Slower than this, we rise, knee to heart, keep your hands at heart. Flexing the right foot back, we invite the heel over knee, and we press the right hip as back as possible. Very, very slowly, figure four, begin to sink. And trying to keep that balance, either hands on the mat or hands on blocks, we sink the hips down. We come into those left tippy toes. We want to maintain ourselves as active as possible. From here you can play one hand out of your block, opposite hand out of your block, maybe both. And very, very, very slowly we find stillness and we begin to re-extend. We float the hips. We keep our left knee a little bit bent, hands to heart, figure four. Very, very slowly we rise. Float the knee into your heart. Releasing the foot down, Parsvakonasana, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale your forward fold. Plant the hands down, shooter step back, plank pose. Your Chaturanga Dandasana, bend the elbows halfway. Upward dog, Urdhva Mukha. Your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Release your knees down on the mat. Then crossing your legs, you will sit in the middle. We will work on our reverse tabletop. So soles of the feet will come in front of you. You will separate your feet hip distance width apart and your hands will come behind you. And your fingers are pointing towards the horizon. Try to relax the shoulders away from the ears here. As you take a deep inhale, hips will float, heart will float, and you keep your chin down into your heart. Notice the openness of your shoulders. Stay where you find your own limit, no short pain. We stay for 3. We stay for 2. And slowly we release, hips down. We'll extend the legs in front of us and we will shake a little bit. And keeping your left leg extended, you will bend your right knee. And here is where we will play a little. So either you find a figure 4, maybe your Janu Sirsasana here, but the goal will be to find your half lotus. So flipping the right sole of the foot up, you will invite your foot into the edge of your hip. You want to make sure that your knee is proning down. Hands first will come by the sides of your leg. Heart proud. Take a deep inhalation. And as we exhale, we start taking little steps forward. Not necessarily you will go all the way down. This is more about what your body allows you to go. And finding no judgment into the movement. See what the posture has to offer. Our goal is a straight spine, so it doesn't matter that much of the legs, As long as your spine is very, very straight and your breath is very, very slow and strong. Slowly, we take little steps back. We unravel the leg, extend it forward and shake a little bit. And we go for the opposite. So either you create your llano, a figure four, or your half lotus, flipping up the sole of the foot and inviting it into the edge of your opposite hip. We want to invite left knee down. Hands will come by the sides of your leg. And keeping your straight spine, we take little steps forward as we exhale. We stay for 3 more rounds of breath, so you have the opportunity to deepen. Very slowly we rise, taking little steps back. We unravel the leg, extending the legs forward, shake that down. Bending the knees, soles, the feet down. Hands will come by your sides. As your palms are facing forward, you want to make sure that your sit bones are completely grounded. Spine very straight, heart proud. Relax your shoulders. Take an inhale, float your toes out of the mat. We will take just one boat pose, so as you exhale, extend the legs forward, arm by your sides. Inhale, knees to heart. And then your low boat, extend your legs forward and begin to melt your heart very slowly. And whenever you are ready, we will release back on the mat, knees into your heart, and we will grab the forearms around the shins. Take a deep inhalation here. And open mouth, exhale. We will hug ourselves a little tighter. We will float the head and inviting your forehead into your knees for your Apanasana. Take the longest inhale of all your practice. Fill up those lungs. Hold at the top. Take one more sip of air. And as you exhale, burst open into your Shavasana, extending your legs wide to the edges of your mat. Toes falling to the sides. Allow your eyes to close. And you can stay as long as you want or you feel like it in your Shavasana today while we seal our practice. And as we move into the challenges that life will bring, I hope that you can transform and continue to change, to readjust, to reconstruct, allowing yourself to find those lessons that will serve you for your growth, for your happiness, and for the connection that you create with everything around you. As you move to your day, I hope that you follow your intuition, that you speak your truth with no fear, and that you open your heart. Namaste.